what's up? This is Sifu Cuddle, and for this video, we're working with the wall bag. Now, before we get started, I do use a 2-section wall bag. Some people use a 3-section wall bag. Some people only have a 1-section wall bag. It really doesn't matter. You'll have to modify the techniques to fit you and your wall bag best. Now, I teach Choi Lei Fut, and it is a style that uses the wall bag for training, but it is not the only style. So if you train in another martial art that uses the wall bag, you can use this as either supplementary training or just a study to understand the concepts, or just by looking at a different approach to training with the wall bag. Now, there are 3 things that I always mention before working with the wall bag. Number 1, sound is not always an indicator of correctness. Now, a lot of these that we're going to be working with, we have small striking surfaces. So when you hit with the correct striking surface, it's not going to make as loud of a noise than if you hit with a nearby striking surface that has much more space to it, that's going to make a louder noise. So if I try to hit with the back of my hand, it's not going to sound as loud, even though I'm hitting on my knuckles, as if I hit with the very back of the hand and hit those little bones where I really don't want to condition. I want to hit these knuckles and make these ones stronger to the punch. Okay. Now, number 2, don't rush through the technique. It's not really how fast you can do these, it's about how correct you can do it. Speed will come through correct technique, so don't rush it, and especially don't bounce off of it. When we work with the Choi Lei Fut wall bag, we're working on sinking the strike in. If you hit a heavy bag, if you hit a cardio bag, if you hit a focus mitt or a speed bag, everything has some give and it pushes back. The wall bag itself has very little give. It's not going anywhere. It's staying on that wall. So once you hit, you have to stay very well connected to your strike to maintain contact here. And number 3 is don't overdo it. If you scrape your knuckles to the point of bleeding, if you hit so hard you bruise your hands, you're going to have to wait until you fully recover before you can train again. So instead of impeding your training, build little by little by little by little. Don't worry about how much power you put in the beginning. You don't need to show off. You're developing yourself. Kung Fu is a lifelong pursuit. It's not built in a week, it's not built in a day, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, okay? Now, for this video, we're going to be working with 4 different elbow positions, okay? And this is nothing where this combination is the way of doing it, but this is a nice way and it has some flow to it, and it makes you work around the bag, okay? So the first one we're going to start with is called Chongjang. Chongjang is like how a wave crashes. So chung, we're going to hit here, not chung like you're going to spear something. Okay, so this is sometimes when you see people roll up the hands and then pull back here, this is a lower elbow. So we're going to sink this in on the lower bag. Now, from here, I want to make sure I can position myself to bring this arm up, kind of like I'm going to go psych, using right here on the elbow. I'm going to come up with an upward elbow here. So we have lower elbow, upward elbow. From here, I'm going to step out to the side and I'm going to come across Baojang. And I want to hit again with the blade right here, sinking this one in. I'm going to step here, and then I'm going to turn around and then Pingjang for a back elbow. Now, Pingjang usually goes in straight, but depending on our position, we're going to have to sink this one in from behind. Okay. Now, Pingjang is level elbow, so make sure that your forearm is level with your bicep and your upper arm. So again, we have Pingjang or lower elbow, upward elbow or Baojang. We go out for the side, Baojang, and then we're going to follow with Pingjang. Okay? Now I can go from here right into the other side. Chongjang, Baojang, Baojang, Pingjang. Okay? So again, from here you can see low, upward, sideways, level. Okay? And then I can continue again. Lower, rising, sideways, level. Okay? A nice 4-step combination you can play around with, dropping elbows on that bag, conditioning your elbows for different positions around it itself. Okay? So, if you like this technique, check out and make sure you hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and if you have any questions, drop a comment here, or you can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and of course, YouTube, all right? You can also find me on Patreon, okay? So lots of different ways you can contact me. All right, keep training, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bam! Fist with a foul.